Hey guys, what is up? My name is Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we talk about books and bookish things. And today's video, we're gonna do my September TBR, which is actually gonna be my Bookoplathon TBR. So let's jump into it. The only thing that if you're not familiar with it that you need to know is Becca over at Becca in the Books hosts. Well, she doesn't really host. She does this every month for herself. She did a 48-hour, I believe, version of this, and it blew up, and so she decided to make a month-long version, and I'm gonna participate. I'm a hardcore mood reader. So setting an actual TBR, let's see, because usually when I set a TBR, I end up reading one or two of the books and then don't read the rest. So we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. The other thing is that rolls. So I decided to do 5 rolls. That 5 books sounded realistic for a month. I also decided that if I finish those 5 books, I'm going to roll again, and if I do a reading vlog for that, or like weekly versions or a month-long version of that, I'll update kind of as I go along if I finish those books. And then in the video, if I roll a doubles means that you add an extra roll at the end. So we'll see how many books I end up reading for this month so far, for September so far. So let's get into it. Let's watch the first roll. Let's watch those rolls. Let's go.
Okay guys, so I have my Bookoplathon board ready to go. I've written out my chance cards and my community shelf cards, and I stole my husband's D&D dice. He's got a couple different kinds, so I took the 2 D6 dice that I liked out of his pack, and I'm gonna roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 5 rolls, because when you do get doubles, you have to add a roll at the end. So let's see what happens, okay? So here's the first roll. Actually, we're gonna roll in the handy dandy Legend of Korra lunchbox that my husband set up for his Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So the first roll is gonna be 6. I don't have anything fancy for the placeholder, so we're gonna use an eraser that is his. So here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we landed on a dark cover.
Okay, so my first roll was a dark cover, and I decided for these to only pick books that I can easily access through Libby, that I have checked out at the library, or that I physically own. So it was kind of a narrowed down list comparatively to what I probably really want to read. It's just based on accessibility. So dark cover. The book I chose for dark cover is Heroine by Mindy McGinnis. I have talked about this book in my book haul, but do I remember what it's about? No, I don't. The only thing, I think it's about a high school athlete who gets injured and then relies on drugs to sustain their life, I guess. So, book 1, dark cover.
Okay, so here we go for roll 2. Let's see. Ugh, double 3s. Okay, so 6 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it landed on an ebook or audiobook.
Okay, so roll 2 is ebook or audiobook. So I have the physical book, but don't you worry. I only read these books in the audiobook form, and I follow along, because that's the best way to do it. So for that, I chose Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare and all these lovely extra people. So this is my next venture. I am going to listen to this on audiobook. I already have it from Libby, so it's ready to go, and I'm ready for it. I need to read this. I should have read it prior to Lady Midnight, but I read Lady Midnight first, so I need to read this so I can read Lord of Shadows. Lord of Shadows is literally looking at me right now, and I'm looking at it, and I'm ready for Lord of Shadows, so this so I can get to that.
Okay, so now we're gonna do roll 3. A 2 and a 3. I don't know if you can see it. A 2 and a 3. So that is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's gonna be a community shelf. Okay, so the community shelf cards are the cards that are like genres, a poll on Twitter, a recommendation, things like that. So I didn't have like the normal chance cards and community shelf cards that you put on the board, but I do have them in pieces of paper, so I'm just going to drop them in there, and I can't see because my tripod is in the way, so we'll just do this, and I'll pick this one. So this one is an ebook, so I guess I'm reading either 2 ebooks or an ebook and an audiobook this month.
Okay, so roll 3 was a community shelf card, and I got ebook. Let's be honest. There were so many better community shelf cards that I could have picked, but it's okay. Next time. So for that, I'm gonna put it up right here, but I went on Libby and I picked something. I just went to available ebooks and I found something. So the one thing that I did find that I'm so excited for this book. I'm so excited. My mom has it requested for the audiobook version and she's not going to get it for like 18 weeks. So I'm going to read it and tell her how it is. But I chose Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. What I do know about this book is I believe it is about a nanny that is black, and I believe she takes the child to like the grocery store, and the child is white, and people think she kidnapped the kid, and that she's not actually the nanny for this family. I think. Very excited. I know there was a bunch of controversy with the reading rush and this book, so we're getting to it because the host of the reading rush didn't. So I'm very excited for Such a Fun Age. That might be the first book that I get to because of how excited I am for it, but we'll see.
Okay, roll number 4. A 5 and a 3, so 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I love these. Okay, so if you can't see it, 8 is Own Voices.
Okay, book 4, or roll 4, I got Own Voices. I love Own Voices. So Own Voices, if you don't know, is a book that is written by an author who corresponds with what they're writing about. So author is, say, a trans man, and they are writing a book and the main character is a trans man, they're writing in Own Voices. If the author is a black queer woman and they're writing a book where the main character is a black queer woman, that is Own Voices. So with what I had, I actually realized I didn't have a whole lot of Own Voices in my personal stack, but I did have a library book that I can count as Own Voices, and it is The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. The reason I chose this for Own Voices is because the main character is a Chinese American and Stacey Lee is a 4th generation Chinese American, so that's why I chose that one. It counts, okay? So that is roll 4.
Okay, so this is going to be roll 5. A 6 and a 3, so 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Set in the future.
Okay, roll 5 is a book set in the future. I have had this book this book came out in 2013. I probably had it since 2014. I'm kind of scared, but I chose The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. For a book set in the future, I believe it says it's set online. It said it was set in 2059. Okay, right here. So the first line of the synopsis: the year is 2059. It's 2020, future. So roll number 5, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon.
Okay, so unless I get another double, this is going to be my final roll. So roll 6. 4 and a 1, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highest rated. So
Okay, so I rolled a double earlier. So here's book 6. And book 6, roll 6, landed on highest rated. I decided to go ahead and scroll through my top rated Goodreads books on my TBR, and just the first one that comes up that is a book I already own, I'm going to read that one. Here's where the shenanigans come in. So I found the first book, and I got nervous. And I said, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to go to the second book. Got nervous some more. So I'm going to find the audiobook and look for it. But the book that I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go with it. The book that I chose, or that is the highest rated book on my Goodreads TBR that I own. I hope y'all are still watching and you can laugh at me for this. It's The Way of Kings by Mr. Brandon Sanderson. I don't know if you've heard of him. I'm scared. I'm actually truly terrified. I don't normally read high fantasy like this, ever. Like, I dip my toes into it, and it's like YA fantasy that I can think about. This is going to use every single brain cell I have and more to get through. This book is 1,001 pages. So this might be the first book that I read so I can get it done. If I do a vlog, you're probably going to see the vlog most is me reading this. Yeah, so I'm scared. You're welcome. So that is all of my books. Let me make a nice little, let me pick them up for you. Okay, so these are 5 of my 6 books. The one that I'm missing is my ebook of Such a Fun Age. But how do people do this? Yes, look at all these books. A travesty that's about to happen. So you can see what destruction am putting my brain through. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. It should be a weekend reading vlog that is getting filmed right now. And let me know if you're gonna do this readathon. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys later.